JG Yokohama here. Jeff, giving this a second try. I forgot to put the phone on airplane mode because I kept getting notifications on my laptop like crazy. So yeah, back again. Yeah. Not happy about having to do that, but yes, between the hair getting longer and having to wear face mask, respirator, whatever, go out and about where I needed to go this week. Yeah, I figured it was better to take it off. This is probably going to stay off for a while, as long as this thing's going. So, yep. So I don't know. I don't know if I'll keep the Zappa facial hair or not. But yeah, it's fun for now. Anyway, yeah, I think I had this briefly for like a week or two in the past. Like, I don't know. Soul Patch I've had for longer though. So yeah, so back again with I guess I'll just do a weekly stack to start off, and I might shoot a quick video for one of the threads after this. So yeah, it's just been a frustrating week. Yeah, work schedule's changing again. Sounds like they're recombining the team to some degree because of lost capacity. So mixed feelings about that, but yeah, I don't know. Might work better, might not. Who knows? But yeah, they're trying to increase our hours, but it's also going to expose us more to other people, I think. And they're still not providing us all with face masks because for some reason, my team, who seems to be in contact with everybody, is less essential than the logistics guys. I don't know. Anyway, um, so jumping in, maybe a little bit harder hitting this week stack wise. I think it's mostly like rock and fusion stuff. So let's just jump in because I know everyone's got a million videos out there, and I need to get through this as quickly as possible. The stack kind of grew a lot bigger than anticipated. On the turntable right now, dug up my old copy of Iggy Pop's Blah Blah Blah. This is the one that has Real Wild Child most notably, but yeah, it's just a really solid album throughout. This is it's one of the ones that David Bowie produced. This was what, mid 80s, 86. Yep. So yeah, it's quite solid effort on his part. One of his better albums that's not 70s. So yeah, if you ever see this, I don't think they're not. I don't know if this ever got a repress, but I don't think they go for a ton of money. But then again, I bought this like 20, 30 years ago, so I don't know. But yeah, if you see this, you like Iggy Pop, this is a good one. Wouldn't leave it in the bins. Let's see how I want to do this today. Let's pop them over here. Next one, well, it's still in the shrinks. It's gonna be shiny no matter what. But this is Axis. I think it's called Axis colon or something. Axis with a colon after it. So this was on the Kill Shaman label, which is now defunct. You can pick this up pretty inexpensively. So it's Axis with I'm pretty sure the band's Axis with a colon after it's how they spell it, with no space there, and then it's the album Sova Light of a Color. So seeing as on Kill Shaman, I don't know. I was thinking they're French, but not sure. It was recorded in Chicago, 2011. It says on the back. Mostly, I think it's all or mostly instrumental. Kind of reminds me a bit of maybe Spiritualized, kind of like one of those kind of modern psych things. Is it essential? No, but you can probably pick this up for really cheap. I think I paid like maybe a few bucks shipped for a new copy last summer. I don't know. I guess it was over summer. So yeah, fire sale basically when the label went out of business. So is it good? Yeah. Is it essential? No. But if you see it on the cheap, yeah, Axis. If you like kind of that neo psych stuff, sort of like kind of spiritualized stuff, yeah, it's a good one. Um, yep, this was a 50-cent pickup, still in the shrink. Near mint, I'd say. Alvin Lee, one of the most hideous covers I have. This is up there with the Herbie Man Push. Oh, yeah, up there with Herbie Man Push. Actually, I think I got these on the same day from the same thrift store. 50% pickup. Alvin Lee of 10 Years After. So yeah, that is not actually a shirt. That is somebody putting body paint on themselves. So if you like 10 Years After, it's got this is like a mid 70s protection. Yeah, 75. So a bit slicker than little less bluesy. It's kind of transitional style, but it is still, again, it's not an essential album, but if you see it in the bargain bin, it's not bad. It's it's, it's worth a listen or two. So Alvin Lee, and I don't know what the hell this is called. I think it's self-titled. Yeah, Alvin Lee self-titled. Yeah, it's all right. It's good. It's solid. But yeah, not a lot of standout tracks on that, but it is pretty solid throughout. This one, Japanese Jazz. So I actually have two copies of this. I have a signed copy too. This one's the slightly better copy. Same pressing. I might Frankenstein them or see if I can clean up the other one. So Masaru Imada. So this is the guy who did that. Maybe you've seen it, the Caterpillar album. It's got that really cool 70s thing. So this was like a early 80s. So what year was it? 1980? Okay, yeah, 1980. So Andalusian Breeze, Japanese pianist. So Andalusian, so you can kind of guess it's kind of got that little bit of a Mediterranean flavor to it. A little bit fusiony, but not full on fusion. A little bit somewhere between cool jazz and fusion is really where this is. I could see this getting sampled by hip hop artists, something like that. But yeah, in Japan these don't go for much, but I don't know about here. I think both copies I paid under $10 for. Right before I left Japan, I found like a signed copy, like he's got a big signature on it. I think I've shown it before. So maybe it'll probably go up on my record wall when I get that built. So I just don't want to go to the just for the same reason I don't have picture frames on the wall. I just don't want to go to the store right now. But yeah, eventually the signed copy will probably go on the record wall. But Andalusian Breeze by Masaru Imada. I have a couple of his albums. He's a pretty good Japanese artist. So if you like that kind of a little bit funky Japanese jazz stuff. And speaking of funky Japanese jazz, again, it's not a gatefold. No, it is a gatefold. Okay, sorry guys. I should open this one up. Yeah, I never prep for these videos, guys. Sorry. So here we go. Jiro Inagaki. So this is a repress from about a year, maybe 2 years ago. I think it was a year ago. So this was maybe I think it was a record store day in Japan, but these are still available to my knowledge. These are the HMV represses. Same guys have been repressing like the never mind. Yeah, oh that's you see on YouTube. So this one, he did a lot of cheesecake type stuff. With those albums go for some serious bucks. The original ones of these go for thousands of dollars. So yeah, this is probably my second favorite album by him. So he has a cover of Spoonful on this guy, and it's a little bit psych tinged jazz. Yeah, so it reproduces the original artwork. It's got the original tracks label reproduced on it. So is this one an essential one? Probably not as much as his other major album, but it's the one that got the sunglasses on the front. But yeah, this is still quite solid album throughout. A little bit psych tinged, mid 70s, kind of a little bit fusiony Japanese jazz. You can look that up. Imada, not Imada, Jiro Inagaki. Yep, here it is with his sax on the back there. Or on the front. Same. It's the same. Okay. Oh yeah, who else is on this album? Oh, Masaru Imada's on this one too. Okay. Yep. Little guitar on there. yeah, just the big hitters on this one are Mada and Inagaki. So, yep. But yeah, if you ever see this cheesecake ones, definitely pick those up because they go for some big bucks. I've never seen one under $1,000 on the wall. Um, this one, again, is another thrift store pickup right before things hit the fan. This one, I think I paid up a little bit, a couple of dollars for it. But yeah, I think it goes for a couple of dollars in the bins anyway. But it was kind of one of those ones like I didn't really know much about this guy, but it's this 80s alternative pop, that power pop ish. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Give it another listen. This one I wasn't completely thrilled about, but I guess he has his fans. So Robbie Robertson, I don't know. I wasn't impressed enough to go dig into his history. So if anyone knows where he's from, I'm guessing he was from another band. Let me know. Next one, another thrift find from before Jackson 5, best of, greatest hits, whatever. Yep, greatest hits. So this has like a 71. So this predates Ain't No Sunshine, unfortunately. It's really clean. It's got a little ring wear, but the vinyl itself is like VG++. It's a really good copy. I wasn't going to leave that. Yeah. So it's got a lot of their really big hits, except no Ain't No Sunshine, which is a real bummer because yeah, rip Bill Withers. Actually, I should have thrown some Bill Withers in the mix this week, but yeah, I guess everyone else will be anyway. Um, but yeah, it's got a lot of their early hits on it and solid album. If you ever see it, so I think they actually go for a few bucks if you actually find them, but that was a 50-cent copy. And this is again, this is a bargain bin I got in Japan actually. So still in the shrink. Chuck D. So yeah, it's a double album. Still in the shrink. I'm probably gonna have to open it because it is a gatefold. Um, yeah, I kind of hate doing that because it got the cool hype sticker. It's not that cool, I guess. But Misunderstood Chuck. So if you like Public Enemy, it's pretty much more of the same. Solid album. Probably not as memorable as the stuff with Public Enemy, but still, it's a really good album. Kind of a little bit chill, a little slightly more chill than Public Enemy, I'd say. It's got that kind of 90s, a lot of sample, like what do you call it? Sound bites it's thrown in there between tracks or whatever. I guess that was the trendy thing in the 90s. But yeah, this is 96. Yep. So yeah, pretty solid. I paid a couple dollars for it, but yeah, again, I think it goes for a bit more normally. Next one. This is not an original. This is a repress, but it's one of my favorite Nine Inch Nail albums. It's feeling a little sentimental. I always one just I don't know. This just takes me back to like I don't know. This was like middle school or high school or something. 89. So it probably would have been yeah, probably last year of middle school and this kind of. I just remember MTV and all this. It was during that big shift in music. Had like a whole most notably Terrible Lie, a lot of good rest. This is a really good album, actually. Sin. I actually have the Sin 12-inch too, which has some really cool covers on the B side. What was on the B side? I think it's like a Rod Stewart cover or something. It was pretty cool. Anyway, yeah, the Pretty Hate Machine, solid effort by Nine Inch Nails. Still haven't checked out that new one, but I'm not like a massive Nine Inch Nails fan anyway. So this one, minty Japanese 70s rock, early 70s, a little bit folk tinged. This is Takuro Yoshida, or Yoshida being the last name, or Yoshida Takuro. So he's a bit of a pop star in Japan, I guess. He's kind of like one of those like kind of John Lennon figures locally, I guess. I think he passed away like 2 or 3 years ago, as I recall. I think it was him or some other similar guy. I can't even remember, but he was all over the news. I just remember that. But this is what a solid effort all around. Good stuff. Is it essential? No, I don't know. It's basically Japanese bargain bin stuff. I probably paid less than $1 for it. I don't know. I can't. That was in Japan. I think they go for more here in the States. This one, actually, a lot of this is bargain and stuff. I just hadn't gotten around to listen to it because I picked up about 100 albums right before this COVID mess. Another really clean copy, even though the cover is slightly beat. Billy Paul, First Class, Soul. I think there might have been some like a minor radio hit on this, but yeah, I can't remember anymore. But this is a really good album actually, and I definitely pick up more by him. So Billy Paul, this is 79 on CBS on the Sound of Philadelphia label. It's probably one of those local things. Not that far from Philly here. This was actually surprisingly good. Again, thrift store, I paid 50 cents, still in the shrink. Brenda Lee, this is again, I think this has got to be late 60s, let's say, but it's on the awesome Rainbow Decca label. It's one of my favorite labels. Not for the music so much, but for the label itself. But yeah, Brenda Lee had some hits on this one. What was big? She does a bit of French on here, actually. Yeah, she does a cover of The Letter. This Girl's in Love with You for Once in My Life. Her version of Once in Her Life is, I think, the one you hear most on the radio. Let It Be Me. Yeah, Johnny One Time is the title track, I guess. But yeah, I was surprised. Yeah, if you like, yeah, it's kind of in that vein of the Yeah Yeah Girls or whatever. She was kind of trying to reproduce that, so she did some foreign language stuff on there. But yeah, so she probably would have been in. Yeah, probably would. Yeah, would have been in her 30s at that point. I can't remember if it was Peggy Lee or Brenda Lee. Maybe it was Brenda Lee. My dad went to school. I can't remember. But we'll look it up later. Hollywood High School, either way. But yeah, whoever, the one that went to the Christmas song, I Saw Daddy, example, whatever. That was, I have to look it up. That was the one he went to school with. Anyway, yep. So solid effort. I have a couple of her albums. Enjoy them. So if you like that kind of girl vocal pop in the vein, if you like your Francois Hardy, whatever stuff, it's kind of in the same vein. Next, this is one of Emmylou Harris's early efforts. Solid all in all. Minty copy. Again, another thrift store find. Picked up a couple of those at the same time. Couple different ones at the same time. Another thrift store find. Enough said. Band on the Run. Vinyl plays VG Plus. Slightly ringwear. Yeah, it's one of those albums I never really listened to all throughout, but it's a really solid album. It's got a poster in here, I believe. Yep, it's got a poster, and it's got the original sleeve, and they re-sleeved it, so they took care of their vinyl. Yeah, of course, Band on the Run's on here. There's a Bluebird, I think, was the. I don't know. There's a whole bunch of hits on this. I don't know. I'm not like a big Beatles guy, but yeah, it was a good album. So if you see it, bargain bin, whatever, pick it up. Would I pay full price for it? I don't know. But it's a really good album. I'm just not a huge Beatles guy. So next, this is a pickup. This one I did pay full price for. Brian Eno's second solo effort. This I picked up in Japan. So Gatefold, I believe this is actually a second pressing, but it is a Japanese white label promo. These ones you do not see. So yep, it's got the promo stamp on it. It has like some just text saying promo on there. It's white label. Yeah, so it's got gatefold, and the Japanese version comes with lyrics in Japanese and English, and some additional photographs. So, Taking Tiger Mountain by Strategy, I think something like that. Taking Tiger Mountain by Strategy. Yep. And this is the one that has Third Uncle on it. which is also on. Well, yeah, it shows up on some other stuff. I think I've shown, like the 801 album and so on. Did with Phil Manzetta from Manzetti, whatever his name is, from Roxy Music. Trying to get through this in a reasonable amount of time. So here, sorry guys. Here's another Japanese pickup. This is from my last major haul where I basically spent a day or two. It was about a 2-day crawl. I hit as many record stores as I could, trying to find all the Japanese albums I was really wanting before I left Japan. I actually got about 80% of the ones I wanted. Most of them at reasonable prices. There was a couple ones I left just because they were like in the hundreds of dollars. But yeah, this one, yeah, I paid a little bit up for it, but yes, yeah, sometimes these go for a bit. But online they definitely go for more than they do in the shops. Actually, I don't think I paid that much for this, maybe 15-ish. But yeah, it's missing the OB strip, unfortunately, but this is Wahaha. So experimental art rock fusion. You usually find this in the jazz section. It's it's more fusion than not, but it's quite experimental. I probably should have done a needle drop on this, but I still got Iggy Pop on it. It's pretty wild. You can find it on YouTube, I think. So just look it up. It's pretty wild. They had 2 major albums, and they're both about the same, really. They're both quite solid. But yeah, they're very, very different. Art rock / fusion. That's the best I can describe it. So, and I know Jim O'Rourke is a fan. Why they caught my eye to begin with. But yeah, there's pretty awesome artwork on their albums. Well, the other albums get a little bit cheesier looking on the cover anyway. But yeah, kind of cool. So Wahaha, not for everybody, but if you like the space drinkings I showed the other time, yeah, this is kind of where they were coming from. Moving on, so you guys don't end up with a really long video. What do we have? 22 minutes. Okay, so Buddy Holly and the Hicks. So it's basically alternative versions of his hits. Honestly, I didn't read all this, but this was like the original lineup of his band apparently. And someday I'm gonna have to get through this. It comes with a book. It's not a booklet. It's an actual. It is a booklet, I guess, but it's rather long. Yeah. So it comes like a kind of history of Buddy Holly and the Picks. So private label, I think. I found this in a. They do like a couple times a year. One of the big record shows in Japan. They have like thousands of bargain bins. Basically, all the record shops in Tokyo get together and try to dump all the stuff they haven't sold. So that's where I found that Chuck D album. I got all these like really ridiculous copies, some signed stuff like Rory Gallagher signed. But yeah, so it's actually a really good album if you like Buddy Holly. So different mixes than you're used to. It's an earlier versions of the songs, but they're still studio recordings. So yeah, Buddy Holly and the Picks. What's on here? Yeah, Tingling, Rock Around, You Are My One Desire, Buddy Holly, Not Fade Away, which was done after his death by Pickering and the band. Girl of Mine. Yeah, so I don't know. There wasn't a lot of his big hits weren't on here, but some of his minor hits were worth a pickup if you see it. I don't think they go for yeah, it's kind of cool having the book in there and the history and just hearing it. It's all good studio recordings. So this is something I've had from when I was a high school student or so. Liquor Bike, they were a Baltimore band in the 90s. So this one's Thursday on A side and a couple B sides on there. So kind of grunge inspired or whatever. Yeah, like I said, they were kind of trying to reproduce the Seattle sound. Ugh. Gotta figure out a better way to do this. Maybe get still down here when I do this wall. The lighting's better over here than the nook over there. Another thrift store pickup. Ultravox, this is self-titled or Quartet. Okay, so Ultravox Quartet. Never been a big Ultravox guy, but yeah, it's just synth pop. Be like, yeah, not necessarily Joy Division, but yeah, New Order-ish kind of stuff. Yeah, it's good. Is it essential? No, but bargain bin, yeah, I'd totally do it. So kind of how I got there. This is my original. I bought it sealed back in the 80s or 90s Joy Division Peel sessions. So it's got the so all the Peel mixes. Getting on the floor here. So it's got Love Will Tear Us Apart, 24 Hours, Colonies, and Sound Music. 45 RPM. And yeah, so yeah, Peel sessions. Of course, you know what those are. Awesome. Joy Division. Next, the vinyl's very minty, but the cover is really beat. Radio station copy of Captain Beyond. This is, I think, a different lineup than their first couple albums. Don't know the full story, but very, very good album. Kind of in that hard rock vein. Yeah, lead. Let's see. Got Rhino on lead guitar, Bobby Caldwell on drums, Lee Dorman on bass, and Willie Daffrin on lead vocals. That was the lineup there. Yep. If you don't know it, check it out if you like that kind of hard rock and stuff there. And speaking of, that's probably how I got there. This is a bootleg from the Russia or something. I don't know. I looked it up before. I didn't pay too much for it, but these guys are rare regardless. Picked this up in Japan. I really wish I picked up more from the shop because I thought he had a physical shop, but I guess he just goes to record shows every couple months or so. So I never had an opportunity to go back to the guy, but he had a killer Psych collection. This is not so much. It's I guess Psych tinged, but it's again a hard rock vein. So hard rock and Toad, self-titled. So if you don't know this album, check it out. Yeah, if you're in that kind of deep purplish stuff, again, check it out. This one's really heavy. I don't know if I want to show the cover. I'll do one of these. Corrupted. So this is a Japanese doom metal band. I can't even show the back. It's pretty nasty. The cover's got some high school kid chopped in half by the train. It looks like a real photo. It's pretty nasty. I don't like looking at it myself. But yeah, this is supposedly one if not the heaviest doom metal band around. Picked this up at one of their shows in the 90s. So this was on the Japan Overseas label. This is a first pressing, so it actually does go for some bucks, I believe. So it's recorded at 33 RPM, even though it's 7. Interesting thing with these guys is even though they're Japanese artists, they're all Japanese, they record mostly in Spanish, some English. It's really hard, slow, sludgy, but it's a really good album. I think they did have some LP. Yeah, they definitely had some LPs, and they changed. They were around for a while, but they changed lineups and kind of broke up when they lost the vocalist, is my understanding. So they did like one album with a different vocalist towards the end. But yeah, Corrupted, so Japanese doom metal. So if you're into the Zenigeba, like sludgy, hard doom metal stuff, yeah. And one last one on this video, and then I think I'll probably shoot a 10-inch video on this 10-inch thread one. So this is Shellac's second album. This was my original copy from the 90s on Touch and Go. So yeah, this one I pulled out because I wanted to show you the artwork. It's really awesome. So this is Terraform. Gorgeous artwork. Go. The back's a nice photograph. And the inner sleeve. like storage a little too long, got a little mildewy or something on there. But yeah, so this one, the big track on this was I think it's actually the very last track. So the paintings were courtesy of the estate of Chelsea Bonestell, the Space Art Museum and the Smithsonian Institute. Yeah, so I thought, yeah, Copper is the big one. The album, that's the one, the hardest hitting tracks. Copper, like the metal, but the first track's like really sludgy, drudgy, like every single time it's like, is the needle stuck? Yeah, if you're not familiar with shellac or Big Black, or they can get kind of repetitive at times. It kind of sounds like the needle stuck on a lock groove. Oh, speaking of lock grooves, yeah, that Wahaha one I showed has got some crazy lock grooves. Um, but yeah, so this was his so this is Steve Albini, the guy who mixed a lot of the albums of the 90s and 2000s and going on and on. So awesome engineer. He's pretty interesting live too. He likes baiting the audience a lot. But this was his third major band that he was in. So after Rape Man, which I don't know, I have some of their stuff. I don't know, but yeah, I guess I'll show it on the VC at some point. But yeah, so I think the musicianship is a little stronger on this than some of his earlier efforts. But I don't know. I'm not sure which band I like the best of all. Probably Shellac is the least favorite of his three bands, but it's still the musicianship I think is stronger. Is what I'd say. But yeah, this first couple albums especially were really strong. So yeah, Terraform by Shellac, like the old pre-vinyl records. So I'm just going to end this here. So we're at right at over 30 minutes. I don't want to run too long because I know you guys got a million videos with the isolation. So yeah, surviving here, not been great, but yeah, whatever. No one else is either. So yep, take care, guys. Have a good one. So see you in the next vid.